What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I wanted to bring you guys a 2 looks 1 palette featuring the Oden's Eye mini eyeshadow palette, and this is the Urd eyeshadow palette. So this is the greeny toned one out of their very recent collection. I really have been slowly taking my time to get to know this collection and this brand, and I wanted to show you guys, like I said, 2 looks. So in case you're interested in seeing the looks that I create with this particular palette, stay tuned. If you're wondering for my all-around full review thoughts, stay tuned. In a later video I will be doing my full thoughts with this whole brand, so just stay tuned for that. And if you're interested, like I said, in the looks, let's get to it. Alrighty guys, so I am here to start a tutorial. I think I'm gonna do a 2 look 1 palette with this baby, and let's just get into it. So first I'm gonna take the Morphe M535 and I'm gonna go into the shade Memory, which is the lightest shade in this palette. I've already primed my eye with my my MAC paint pot, and I am just going to really pack this shade on in my inner half of my crease. I like to pat these lighter shades on in the area that I want and then just blend the edges and the surrounding area. Notice that I took this pretty far into my inner corner and I'm taking it pretty far out. It'll blend. Then I just cleaned off that same brush and I went into, I think that says Nostalgia, so I'm gonna go into the kind of mid-toned matte in this palette, and this is going to be my outer V shade. These are both pretty much going actually in my crease and in my transition area. And after I apply a good amount of that Nostalgia shade, I'm just going to work on blending these 2 shades in my crease and my transition area together to make sure they look nice. I'm also going to work on blending this and blending and blowing out my outer V with this Nostalgia shade just to prep for connecting it with my lower lash line. So that's pretty much what it looks like. I really like the depth that I already have, and then I'm just gonna deepen it out even more. You guys know how I like to do, and so I'm gonna go into a Sigma E70 brush, and then I'm gonna go into the shade Past, which is the dark brown, and I'm just gonna pick up some product, and first I'm just gonna apply it directly in my crease. I'm just going to begin the blending process with this same brush. As you can see, I blended it out just a little bit. Then I'm just going to take the brush that I used for both of the creased shades, and with no additional product, just to blend out that really deep Past shade. And you see how it really did quite a good job. Now I'm just going to go back and just refortify those 2 shades that I put down originally. Keep in mind to clean off your brush in between applications of the 2 different shades so they don't blend in all that much. Okay, and that's how that part is done. I'm just going to take that same Sigma brush and Past again and pack this right against my lower lash line. Then I'm going to take my same Morphe brush and I'm going to go back into the shade Nostalgia, and I'm just going to blend that whole lower lash line out. Alrighty, So doing a pretty good job. Now what I'm gonna do is just take the time to cut my lid, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so my lid is cut, and now what I'm going to do is use the side which I think represents time. I'm gonna use this on my actual lid, and then I'm gonna use the golden year. I think this is golden year. I'm gonna use that in my inner corner. I did not want to mix them today because I really wanted to get a true representation of each shade by itself. Probably tomorrow's look I will mix them to see how that goes. Alrighty, so that's pretty much the finished look. I'm just gonna hop off camera, do my liner and mascara, and then I'll pop back on so you guys can see the finished look. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. And right now, I think that this looks really, really cute. I'm really enjoying this look and this palette thus far. I'm gonna be bringing you guys one more look tomorrow, and I'll probably be doing 1 or 2 looks off camera, and I will be doing another video separate to review the whole brand, but I just wanted to show you guys some looks that I was able to create. So I hope you guys enjoyed look number 1. Let's get into look number 2. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to be bringing you guys my second look for this video, and first I'm going to be going into nostalgia. It is the darker of the 2 greens, and I'm just going to take my time and pack this shade in my actual crease. I'm just going to start by doing that and building my shape. Okay, so I was able to pack it on pretty quickly. Okay, we just zoomed in just a little bit more. And so now what I'm gonna do is blend out that outer edge. So pretty much the majority of my crease is done now. Now what I'm gonna do is take a smaller blending brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Path, which is the rich brown. I'm just gonna take the very tip of this brush and push this right in the crease. I don't want this to blend up too high, and I also don't want this to be so singular. I want this to blend in with the green. So we're just going to take my time, and you see how now it's kind of blended in with that green. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of it and just deepen out my lower lash line, and of course my outer V just a little bit. I'm not doing nearly as much, but you guys know me. I love a very rich, complex crease, and this is kind of the only way I can do it with this palette, because the other green is just a little too light for me. Okay, now what I'm going to do is hop off camera very quickly and put some NYX glitter glue on my eyes, and then I will hop back on so you guys can see what I apply and how I apply it. Alrighty, so I put the NYX glitter glue on, and now I'm going to go into the dark shimmer, which is Luxury. And the way I kind of applied this is that I packed it on, of course, to my lid, but once I started to get into the crease area, I blended it in. And because I'm using this ECM, I think this is the 21 brush, it can be used as a flat shader brush, but it also has a little bit of a fluffy kind of part to it at the tip, and so it allows you to kind of blend out the product as well. So if you're trying to replicate this look, I would make sure your flat brush or whatever you use can do that as well, and it just helps it to kind of more seamlessly blend up into my crease. Now for my inner corner, I'm going to use a pencil brush, and I'm going to go into the lighter side, and that is what I'm going to put in my inner corner. So I'm just going to hop off camera really quickly. I have a couple of things I need to do, and then I will pop on so you guys can see my second and final look with this palette. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I really had fun creating this look. I think it really looks different, fun, and unique. And overall, I must say, when it comes to this palette, I am very much enjoying it. Stay tuned. Hopefully I'll be able to do a review at the end of this month. I'm hoping to do a review where I wrap up a bunch of palettes that I've had. I really am enjoying this palette. I think that the shadows are nicely pigmented. I think they're really nicely blendable as well. I think the metallics are really cute and gorgeous. These two in the middle are really nicely flaky and everything. And I have no problems with this palette at all. So that's pretty much my thoughts right now. Like I said, I'll give you more in-depth thoughts when I do my roundup. And if you're interested, I don't know if I've said it yet, but I do also have their Norns palette. So stay tuned. I'll be doing hopefully a 3 looks 1 palette. I know it's super late, but life happened. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.